All right, UCF and Kansas State. Kansas State 6-point home favorites, 49.5 here in the Little Apple. In this one, obviously, there's been a disappointment for Kleiman's team. There's no sugarcoating it. The loss to Iowa State, losing to Arizona, and they didn't even belong in that game against Arizona. If not for turnovers, that could have been worse for Kansas State against Arizona. Now, the one thing they got going for them is they're at home off 2 losses in a row and a bye week. But they don't look like a team I'm running lay 7 with. That is or 6 with. They haven't covered a point spread this year. 1-3 straight up, 0-4 against the spread for Kansas State going into this game. Meanwhile, here's UCF. I don't know what the hell Scott Frost was looking at in spring camp and August camp, but I don't know how in the right mind he came to the conclusion that Cam Fancher was going to be his starter week 1 at quarterback. And then, of course, he gets injured, so they have to go to Taven Jackson, the Indiana transfer, who filled in admirably for Curtis Rourke last year with Curt Cignetti at Indiana. And then they have to put Taven Jackson in at quarterback UCF when Cam Fancher goes down. And ever since Jackson's been in there, and he started last week, once I heard that Taven Jackson was starting, not Fancher, against North Carolina, I laid it with UCF. I said, if it's confirmed,
that was the move,
I'm taking UCF. And Jackson was great. 25 of 32, no interceptions, 223 through the air. They did enough on the ground. Their defense smothered Gio Lopez. He was so bad in that game. It's boy, and they paid him a lot of money. The hoodie there, Bill Belichick and his crony there, Michael Lombardi. They paid Gio Lopez,
his crony,
his old buddy. They paid him a good amount of money to come to North Carolina, and they're not getting return on their fucking investment right now. That is for sure. Gio Lopez has been awful to start. He was bad in the TCU game. He was bad against the other opponent that's worth a shit. And by the way, North Carolina, I know this is about UCF and Kansas State, but I'm going to throw this out there. North Carolina, in their 2 games against teams that are worth a shit on their schedule, and I'm not including, Richmond and Charlotte, those games. For North Carolina, I'm not including those. Charlotte and NC Central, I'm not including those games. But against, it was Richmond and hold on, there we go. It was Charlotte and Richmond. Those are the weaker teams they played. But against the 2 teams worth a shit for North Carolina, UCF and TCU, they were outscored 82-23. 82-23. In those 2 games. So it tells you it's not going well for North Carolina. But UCF plus 6 for me. I mean, I'm not laying 6 with a team that hasn't covered a point spread, a team that's been dramatically overvalued, overrated, overhyped. Doesn't really do anything well. What does Kansas State do well? They're supposed to be a good run team. They haven't been able to run the football consistently.
I know they want to run it. They can't.
Yeah. Avery Johnson can't throw the football worth a lick half the time. That's a problem. What do they do well? And their defense hasn't been as good as people thought. And you can throw on this team. Their secondary is just not very good. And now with the better throwing quarterback, in my opinion, in there for UCF, Taven Jackson compared to Cam Fancher. Again, I don't know for the life of me how Scott Frost thought Cam Fancher was a better quarterback than Taven Jackson. But it doesn't matter. He got hurt, and now the better quarterback is in there now for UCF, Taven Jackson. So UCF for me, CMAC plus 6. What do you think?
I think he was giving him like the old veteran, you're the guy for now, slap on the ass. But it's like, buddy, you're wrong.
What? Oh, you sucked at
No, I know. I'm just trying to go maybe what he was thinking.
I'm talking to him, not you. I mean, what were you looking at? How did you not evaluate in the spring and in the fall and in August? How could you not come to your senses that Taven Jackson's a better quarterback than Cam Fancher? I don't get it. He's clearly a better quarterback.
Yeah. K-State it's something turns around, which I just don't see it. The defense is very good. In the trenches, they haven't looked good at all. They want to run the ball, but that's been difficult.
Army pushed them
yards
around.
Per carry.
Army, don't forget that.
Yeah, and then you got to put it on Johnson. He's just not the guy you want as a pocket passer. He's just not it. UCF to me
better, and he hasn't. He hasn't gotten any better throwing the football.
Not better at all.
No.
It's UCF. Usually I don't love them too much on the road, but I think they're in this game. K-State's been dog shit against the number for a while now. You know what I mean? They've been awful. So if you want to back them now, maybe you're buying low on them. Not me.